Okay. I'm hearing this, in perps interacting with me via V2K. And I just have to calm down first and ask God and thank God actually that thank you I didn't have to dumb myself down to this level. And the truth is I've seen people of all ages or all status dumbing themselves down. The level of weakness and the stupidity they have to stoop to gaslight me to this level. It's just magical. Matter of fact, as I'm speaking right now, there's some perp cranking up the door open and saying things in this cowardly way. Thank you, God. I just need to thank God. To break the target individual, the level of idioticity, the stupidity the target individual is supposed to think it's just, especially at this point. Now, I got to the point where I understand that this is a way to make people lose their mind, but to find out the entities running this program has issues that are just the issues these entities running this program have these people still have to dumb themselves down. They used to make themselves laugh. And the reason why they did that is because they're trying to make me accept this psyop. Make me accept this persona. And like I said, I keep bringing up, and this is why this is named joke or something. I remember when I was in high school. I was a junior, 16, 17 years old. And somebody said something in the cafeteria. It was some ridiculous, absurd stuff that was said. And I responded by laughing. It was just so absurd and crazy. And I remember saying that this reaction made me have of like the shock of it, the shock value of it, and the absurdness of it all made me laugh and made me like, oh my gosh, I need to say that to somebody. I need to use this joke or absurd thing that was said to get the response that I got in regard of like the shock value and the laughter of it. And this is something I heard in the cafeteria in a high school. Now, as I'm saying that today, I'm hearing noise campaign because they're supposed to go with this persona they built. The humiliation of reality. While I'm hearing these people making noise campaign, I know these people have been the entities running this program are obviously DoD related. At this point, I keep saying there's a bill called National Defense Network Abuse Act. This bill, and look it up, this bill specifically is created to try and help police and investigate the issue that is ongoing with the DoD network. It's supposed to limit the amount of child porn DoD employees are downloading and sharing specifically using the DoD computers and network. That means that there is such a problem with DoD employees using the devices, the computers, the network the government gives them to traffic child porn. Let me repeat that. Specifically using the computers the DoD, the Department of Defense, is giving them to traffic child porn with the same computers the Department of Defense provides these employees. They were even ranked by a child protective service reviewing all the network in the United States, which is about 2,900. This network of the DoD, when it came to trafficking child porn, they were ranked in a top tier level. They were ranked 19th out of 2,900 network in the whole United States of America for being the network with the most child porn trafficked. This trash making this noise campaign, doing all these noises and crazy things and trying to make me accept. They work for these governmental entities that is so bad with child porn that a bill was passed to limit those employees using, and not clear, and let me be clear, using the computers given to them by the DoD themselves to traffic child porn. I know this. If you want to know more about it, look it up. The bill is called ANT, National Defense, because it's specific to the DoD. Network, because it's specific to the network for the DoD. Abuse Act, because they're using this network to download and traffic child porn. The DoD network. This is real. They work for this governmental entity. Now, I know that they're still going to have to act accordingly. But the humiliation, that I know, like, ha ha ha, I know you guys are a bunch of pedophiles. But what they're trying to do, because today they forced me to get this disgusting sexual stimulation toward children. It's part of this cognitive ways of breaking you down. And they rewire your brain in every ways. And then they try to link it up in the stupidity ways. And so for me, they look for whatever they can to try to be like, you see, that's proof. And to me, in high school, hearing this voice, laughing because this absurd, me, shock comedy is not, I kind of like that. I like this like dark humor and shocking humor. I watch this thing called like there's this Kill Tony kind of like comedy, which it's funny because even though they say things that are very shocking, I know it's part of the shocking part of this comedy. I understand this is supposed to like shock you into But this trash, these bottom feeders are supposed to make, like they're supposed to recreate reality in different fashion. So me, I hear this in high school, 16, 17. I remember this guy said, I was like, okay, one day I'll say to somehow create this reaction. If I find an opportunity to insult somebody, I'll say it. And I did. One of my best friends, who we used to have this back and forth all the time. He used to say certain things that but we know each other. We can offend each other, and he said things definitely worse than that to me. He does something. I'm like at this point like 20 years old, 19 years old, something like that, and I'm like, oh, it's time for me to say this thing that I remember hearing when I was in a junior high schooler. I say this thing to roast him, right? To kind of insult him. And they're like, oh, you see, ha, 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 ha. So you mean this? This is what you mean? It's like, trash you are. And they're like, because this is in a inappropriate sexual thing, kind of this, but it's something that is meant to shock and it's absurd. I never even come up with this saying or whatever that was said. I heard it. And then I remember laughing about it. I was like, I'm going to use that one day to insult. It was something that was like, just to... It's absurd, but also kind of witty in a sense. And I remember thinking, I'm going to say, this is not even originally me. It's not even my original. The reason why I say this is because somebody else said it. And they're like, no, that's proof. And like, no, you remember what you did as a kid. That's abuse. And they're trash. I start talking about stuff. Try to put things and mix together. See that? That's proof. And they're like, oh, you can never laugh about this joke. It's like, no, because you make me think about kids in this sexual way. This is disturbing. I can't, Today, I cannot even look at a child without getting forced sexual stimulation. It's disgusting. It's like, no, that's proof. Ha, 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 ha. This bottom feeder working for pedophiles. Where a bill was needed. I don't even know if it did anything, but a bill was passed to try to limit the amount of child porn they download using the DoD computers. And for me, they try to bring up me hearing a joke or this an appropriate or absurd thing I heard when I was in high school, then repurposed it to make fun of my friend. They all like, oh, that was funny, huh? I was like, what do you think we're talking about 20-year-old me, 19-year-old me. You say, what? Me and my friend roasted each other in every ways. We just you're searching for laughters. I was like, nah, you never laugh about it. It's like trash. Yes. And to hear this bottom feeder says, no, they're gonna abuse you, they're gonna rape you, because that's abuse, it's trash. First of all, not only I know that these entities run this program are filled with pedophiles, but to find out they torture children and violating these kids sexually in different ways. And then try to make, no, but you see, this is that joke. That's what you remember what you did as a kid. But remember this joke. clown. And I want, and this bottom feeders, these people, and I hope I'm not confusing too much. What I'm trying to say is they have been creating this false persona. It's very pedophilia centric. They forced me today to have these disgusting reactions. They have rewired my brain in disturbing ways. It's so nasty. Then they want you to identify with this manipulation you have today. So to do that, they try to connect things that makes no sense. And me saying this joke or this absurd thing that I heard in high school to insult my friend is to them now a validation that these things that I'm being forced to experience is natural. And they're like, no, but you said that because you remember what you did as in middle school. Death comes to all of us. These are the people working for governmental entities where there's such a problem with pedophilia. Let me just say, there's a bill called End National Defense Network Abuse Act for a specific purpose. They have been known in this program specifically to torture children sexually. They rewire their brain in these disgusting pedophilia ways. And then they try to make you accept the manipulation they make you experience, which they've done that to others, and try to talk to me about me using something I heard as a high school to insult a friend of mine who could have insulted me of anything, to back and forth roasting. And now you see, that's proof. And then to make me accept this retardation of accepting this dumbness of connecting things. It's like, no, but remember what you did as a kid. When I was like in middle school. So you see, that's why it makes sense. You see connections of trash ass. Which they exaggerate too. And you see, we solved it. This is solved, but these people are damn near retarded. I'm sorry for using that word. There is truly level of retardation they have to get to. It is pathetic. And to hear these people interacting with you via V2K, level of intellect has been we mapped it, it's us, target individual, please be lucky. Find yourself being lucky that you don't have to dumb yourself down to this level. To them, this is how they connect things in order for you to accept and make you identify with these manipulations. It is pathetic. It is pathetic. They use individuals who have no problem having shameful reality to be involved in an embarrassing, disgraceful life. They are trash, which I'm so glad. I hope they continue to live this pathetic life as long as they can. I don't wish anything, and I only hope that this is the life they live for the rest of their life. Let them be these kind of winners. And on top of that, this thing, it's not even me who came up with it. It's me hearing that, laughing, oh my God, this is crazy. I remember, let me say that this time. To insult, to make fun of my friend. Oh, I see, now that's proof. That's you, it's trash. It's like, no, but if you meant it, that means for you. No, trash. Is the way it made me react, the shocking aspect of it, the absurdness of it. Even sometimes Google, why do people like shock comedy? Why do like people like dark comedy or something? Well, then you heard this right now. We abuse, we mapped this. You. First of all, you are the one abusing children. Second of all, you guys are the pedophile. That's so pedophilia centric that there's a whole bill passed to limit the people that contract your dumbasses from downloading child porn with the devices they give it to them by the government. The humiliation of reality. And today, as a target individual, as they always do, they are rewiring the brain in these disgusting pedophilia ways. And then to try to make you acceptive of these things, they bring up whatever they can to connect with these manipulations they make you have today. And then you hear some of the most childlike freaking retards, and I'm sorry for using that word because they truly have to minimize their intellect. I'm not saying they're not conscious of how stupid they have to make themselves be. I'm saying they have to turn into that for the purpose of gaslighting you, to make you accept of this. And usually, when it comes to this level of low level of self-respect, they send the most childlike individual. But I've seen grown-ass women say, oh, you can't make that joke anymore. Trash. S1413. Can't make this joke again. You guys are the pedophile. Ha ha ha. Talk about me making fun of my best friend. Using something I heard. While you guys are here working for governmental entities with so much problem, they are 19th out of 2,900 in regard to child porn trafficking. Did you mad there? Trash ass. In this program, renowned to rewire the brain this disgusting pedophilia way, and you have these people, retards, that are supposed to make me accept these things, which I know this is a cognitive warfare where you use pedophilia as a tool to break people down. The men who just killed 18 people. Yeah. Trash ass. And when they try to shift the things, it's all about confusion. Oh, you abused. Remember you in middle school. What? Which child should I bring up who's being tortured? You trash ass. Not only you manipulate people in these disgusting pedophilia ways, not only you turn them into damn near mental retardation is really implanted. But on top of that, you torture children. And you work for governmental entities. That's why the ha-has are stopped. Say ha-ha, 19th out of 2,900. Or let me say, 19th out of 2,891. Stop projecting. And they're like, oh, your sense of humor. It's like, first of all, this sense of humor was not meant for you. It was meant for my best friend who can insult me or anything. Talk about my sense of humor. Like, all PC. What? I'm talking to people working for pedophiles. My sense of humor. They try to be like super PC. What? My sense of humor, first of all, was not directed to you, you dumbass. I'm talking to my best friend who can insult me of anything, and I insulted back. We try to find the wittiest ways to roast each other, which that was not my roast per se, but I repurposed something I heard when I was in high school. But I'm talking to people in a program where they zap genitals of children and try to normalize that. They call it, we are war. Trash ass sense of humor, you fucking loser. Working for pedophiles. What's your sense of humor when it comes to working for pedophiles? That are so pedophilia-centric that they've been ranked by Child Protective Services as top tier in regard to child porn trafficking using DOD network. Ha ha! To my target individual, it is easy to get frustrated, and it is frustrating. But these bottom feeders are doing everything possible to make you identify with this. My brain is extremely manipulated that even this now is just like a, this proof. And of course, who's gonna interact with you via V2K when they try to make you accept these things? Oh, the type of loser that has a chip on the shoulder, had nothing to show for in her life. So they're gonna speak like, oh no, we proved that we are losers. And like, we're gonna win. It's like, oh wow, it's because you're a big winner. That's why you're gonna win. Look at you, you're winning right now. You're such a winner. You're gonna look back and say, damn, I was winning this time. Pathetic low life. Target individuals, stay strong. And I'm saying that because I need to stay strong too, but these people, to hear these people talking to you. Oh yeah, well, thank you, God. I just thank you, God. I didn't have. There was people making noise campaign because they wanted to be like, nice. That joke is never gonna make the trash. I'm talking to my best friend to insult him, and I'm talking to people with real fucking. Stay strong, target individual. Stay strong, because these people will make you lose your mind if you. They are the low life. These pedophiles contract. And when I mean these pedophiles, let me just say that not all people in the DOD are pedophiles. But I'm saying that DOD has issue with pedophilia, big issues that's been coming up over and over because of seeing how much child porn is going through these networks of theirs. So much so, there's a bill called End National Defense Abuse Act. End National Defense Network Abuse Act, because the defense of the Department of Defense network is so filled with child porn being trafficked using their computers and devices. This is real. You can Google it. You can literally Google and you'll see. You'll be shocked. It's truly, and this is not some conspiracy theory, the DoD network was ranked 19th out of 2,900 in 2018 by Child Protective Services. They were reviewing all the networks in the United States in regard of what networks are trafficking the most child porn. Out of those 2,900, the DoD network was 19th, ranking them as a top-tier network in regard of trafficking child porn. This is happening not only on the DoD network, but the DoD computers and devices provided by the DoD. So these employees are not just going home and doing these things on their private computers. They're using the devices given to them by the DoD. So you can only imagine what is going on their private computers. This is only giving you the light and just a shine of what's happening on the devices provided to them by the DoD. And that alone is ranking them as a top-tier network. Now, these bottom feeders are not directly the DoD. They're just the bottom feeder implementing these tactics and technology onto us test subject. They are the trash, the lowlife, that are getting incentives of some sort, financial or whatever else, to implement this. They are just the bottom feeders. I don't see them as they're the winners and whatever. They're just doing the What's going to happen to me is not because these people are winners. It's because the DoD is running this program, and me as a human subject who has no means and resources to do anything against it will go through whatever they decide I'll go through, because the DoD is running the show. The government, those entities are running this program. So there's no losing or winning. You just endure. And this trash job is to make you identify with these manipulations. So you see yourself in this fashion as they manipulate you. It's their job. That's what they're tasked for. And they have no shame because they can't have shame. They are gaslighting you with whatever they can to make you accept this nastiness, because it's what they are tasked to do. That's what they can. Oh no, but you see that joke, you know, you see that's what you. And start making believe. Now there's this retardation of logic. And it's like, no, that's you. We meant this trash us. And do whatever they need for you to identify with this nasty manipulation that they work so hard for you to experience every day. Well, so hard, quote unquote, more like so time consuming. Because every second of your life is just rewired in these ways. So you can identify with these manipulations. So now, these absurd things, when I even say this thing, I'm imagining the most disgusting things, because they have made me think in these pedophilia ways. Well, before, this is such an absurd thing that it was just, of course, I'm not, this is crazy. But today, these crazy, absurd, disturbing things are being forced for me to experience every day. So it's no more benign in the sense that I could say this thing to make somebody make fun of somebody. Today, I'm experiencing dreams, reactions, thoughts, and disturbing things that are disgusting, and enable me to just be able to even say this thing without imagining it myself in this disturbing way. Without me experiencing this thing. Well, before, of course, it's absurd. It's like, what the hell? You know, like. And so when my friend was doing something and I was like, oh, I can say this thing to make fun of him, I could say it. But today, not benign. Why? Because this is what I eat and sleep and drink and forced to experience, because I'm being rewired to think of this disgusting pedophilia. And then for them to make me accepting of this, but remember what you did as a kid. Trash ass. No, you remember that you do the pedophilia type of torture, and remember that I know you torture children, and you remember this 19th out of 2,900. Trash ass.